Hey, what's up guys? It's Elite here, and today's video is actually going to be something very interesting. So, recently I've been playing Black Ops 1, I've been playing Black Ops 1 Zombies and On Ascension. Reason why is because I was trying to get some background gameplay, so whenever I talked about Grad Grovy, I could have some, Russian zombie map to, have in the background while I talked over it. But while I was playing Ascension, I kind of remembered this one little perk that was in Black Ops 1. I'm not sure if you guys remember it, but, I kind of forgot about it a little bit. It's called PhD Flopper. I know, that's kind of a weird name. What is PhD Flopper? I'm just joking. If you played Zombies since Black Ops 1, you obviously remember what PhD Flopper is. It was one of the most overpowered perks in the game. And the reason why it was so overpowered is because, if you don't know what PhD Flopper did, it basically allowed you to survive any explosive, shots. Like, let's say if you shot the ray gun, the splash damage from the ray gun if you shot at your feet was no longer there. You could also hold a grenade in your hand and you wouldn't die, or you could use the Mustang and Sally's right at your feet and you still wouldn't die, or you can just dolphin dive off of any ledge and not take any kind of fall damage, and you'd also have like this little nuclear blast around you, killing any zombies in your area, which was pretty cool. But it was an overpowered perk, and I guess the meaning of this video is talking about PhD Flopper and how much I actually missed it, but also why it won't ever come back into Call of Duty Zombies again. Because if you think about it, even though Zombies really doesn't need any balancing, obviously, because it's a fun game mode, they don't want it to make it too easy and too overpowered. Because like if you really think about it, PhD Flopper was kind of like a safety thing. Like if you ever got trapped in a corner, you could just spam whatever you had and just survive and get out of a wave of zombies, which wasn't necessarily a good thing. I mean, obviously it was a fun perk to use, but it was just too overpowered, and it kind of really broke the game a little bit, especially in Black Ops 1 Zombies. Even though Black Ops 1 Zombies was probably my favorite zombies that I've ever played in my time of playing like Treyarch Zombies. But that's why I feel like it's not gonna be back, because it did make the game a little unfair. It made it a little too easy. But when I say a little too easy, it made it really easy to get out of bad situations. And I think that's the reason why PhD Flopper is no longer gonna be returning into Call of Duty Zombies anymore. I think they may return it eventually, just for like a map or so, because it is one of those iconic perks to have. It's just like Juggernaut. It's one of those iconic things that most people remember. In Zombies was PhD Flopper, because it was super overpowered. I mean, you could really do almost anything with it and survive. Like you can dolphin dive into a group of zombies and kill them and just run away. Or if you had ray guns, you can constantly just fire your way out of of a horde of zombies and still be perfectly fine. So even though that's kind of a bad thing to say, and once again, when you hear this, don't think about me saying, oh, PhD Flopper is all bad and stuff. No, I really love PhD Flopper. I thought it was super fun to use it, but like I said before, since it was super overpowered, I think that's why they're no longer going to be bringing it into Zombies, simply because it really kind of changes the game and kind of makes it really easy. And when you play Zombies, you do want to have a challenging factor there. And I feel like if PhD Flopper was ever to return, it would just make the maps way too easy and, kind of take away that fun survival aspect of, playing Zombies, which is kind of what Zombies was originally intended for, was just to have that, kind of factor of survival where you want to escape, kind of move your way, like, find your routes to take to survive, and also your training spots. And if you had PhD Flopper there, you don't really have to do any of that. You could just kind of be reckless and even jump right into a horde of zombies and be perfectly fine. But I don't know, guys. What do you guys think? Do you guys think PhD Flopper will return? I still think it will return, eventually, for maybe a map or two, because it's just one of those kind of things that maybe Treyarch might release just to make the fans happier just for a little bit, and then take it away because obviously it'll be it'll unbalance zombies. But I really want to hear what you guys think. Do you guys think they'll return? How did you feel about PhD Flopper? Did you guys really enjoy it? Do you guys miss it? Also, what was your best moments of PhD Flopper, and also the funniest moments? I think my funniest moment was probably when I was playing, I think it was Call of the Dead, and it was me and a couple of my friends. We were really messing with George Romero. If you guys don't know what Call of the Dead is, it's basically this zombies map that Danny Trejo, the girl from Buffy, I forgot what the other guy's name. He was in The Walking Dead. He was Daryl's brother, and then also God, I can't remember the other guy's name. And then George Romero was the director, and he was just like the boss zombie of that map. And it was just fun to constantly PhD flop off, high, off the lighthouse, and kind of kill him with that. It was really fun just to mess with George Romero and constantly, just play with him while PhD flopping off the lighthouse. It was just super fun to use. But of course, that was just one of my fun moments with PhD Flopper. I really want to hear what you guys think again in the comments below. And if you guys enjoyed this video, definitely leave a like button. If you guys are interested in any of the content that I have, make sure you guys stay tuned to the channel and follow. And I'll hopefully catch you guys next time. Thank you guys for watching, and I'm out.